All right, today is October 21st, 2016, and right now at 11:45 p.m. we have a temperature of 62 degrees and the relative humidity is 27%. The dew point is 28 degrees and we have a barometer reading of 29.95 inches. All right, so we're looking at the northeast Pacific water vapor loop, and we can see that this was the jet stream here. This has been disrupted by this channel of high pressure. This is a transmitter generated blockade all through here, which has disrupted the jet stream. And we can see that this flow here, this is the jet right here, and is sort of mushrooming into this area which has been built in. We can see that happening right here. This moisture is not going anywhere beyond this line, this channel, this blockade that's been installed by a transmitter, microwave transmitter. Now, normally what would be happening is that this would be diving down and flowing right back up into California, part of California there in Northern California. If we look at this in the infrared loop, we can see the disruption here. There's nothing right here. That channel has effectively cut the jet stream off from this flow right here, which is quickly evaporating as it moves into California. Now, the people, the actors on television who report the weather are telling us that we might get some rain from this system here. We actually have two lows, one up here and one right down here, and we'll take a look at those on the pressure maps. But if this thing here, this blockade was not in the way, this would move right in, and we would have several inches of rain because this is identified as a gale. There is a transmitter right here, and that is what is actually disrupting this jet stream flow, which should be moving right into this flow right here, this jet stream flow. So if we go and take a look at the jet stream right now, which is right here, you can see that they're not accurately depicting this at all. There actually is no connection right here. We have that transmitter generated blockade along here, and that's actually stopping. We have a transmitter on top of that low, which is right here, and that is cutting all of this off. So this is really not accurate. If we go back and look at the water vapor map once again, we can see what's happened. There's no connection between this section of flow and right here. This has been completely stopped by this microwave transmitter right through here. It's a phased array type transmitter. It's highly directional, and they can scan that transmitter back and forth and just cut a path, and that's what they've done. All right, so let's look at the infrared map again. And we were being told tonight on the news that this system here may bring some rain, possibly on Sunday, to the Southern California area. And they're talking between maybe 1/10 of an inch and maybe 1/4 of an inch of rain. Okay, so we've got high pressure in this area. We have very low humidity right now, like I mentioned, 27%. And the humidity has been very low for the last couple of days. And that's because we have weather potential for a lot of rain, but that's all being blocked. And I'm sure that there are weather derivatives being bet on our drought right down here in Southern California. Let's take a quick look at an article that was put up on the forum here a couple of days ago. The link to this article is it's right here. This is the article. The link was on the forum, and it's titled "The Chicago Mercantile Exchange starts offering rainfall futures and options." Now, this article is dated in 2010, right here, November 6th, 2010. Move that over. So this is a bit old, but this is right around the time that California started experiencing very strange changes in the weather. In other words, we weren't getting rain like we normally were expecting. We normally get, around 15 to 20 inches of rain every year. Some years we had 60 inches of rain. All right, 25, 30 inches of rain was an average year. Not too many years ago, 10 years ago. Not a problem. We had all kinds of rain all year long. The lawns were nice and green. Anyhow, this is a very interesting article. It's very relevant. And what we have here is evidence of why, basically what's going on here is that the people controlling our weather are the house. They are the casino that are running this whole operation right here. And not many people out there would believe that the weather can be controlled, and that's one of the reasons why they can get away with this scam, selling weather derivatives. You can bet on how many how many rainy days a month there are, how many days below zero there are, all this sort of thing. And so when the casino is able to see the bets being placed through the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, they can clean up because they know who's betting and who's betting on what, and big bets. Different things can happen based probably a lot on what sort of bets are being placed and how much. Also, a lot of things can change. With obviously with weather being manipulated, we can have changes in food commodity prices and everything else. So this is a must-read article, and this is posted in the Guardian. It's the name of that paper, web link, guardian.com. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of time to read this, but it is very interesting, and everybody should see this, because these guys are the house. They are the casino, and they are tied probably directly with the people that are controlling the weather. It's the only way they could make money off this scam. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at the, we've seen this map here. We've seen the jet stream. Let's go take a look at the western U.S. water vapor loop. We can see a pretty large system right here, very large system moving down towards California, but we have this blockade right here. And there's high pressure in this area right here. We can see the ridge of high pressure right here. And that is steering the jet stream up and out of the way. This here would otherwise be a real rainmaker for Southern California. You can see the effect that blockade is having. That and the high pressure right over here. So that is going to steer this away into the, this is actually wrapping around, and will move probably into Washington. All right, here's the surface analysis map, and we can see that high pressure is currently installed a little bit further west than usual. Normally this high is centered right about here, but it's moved away slightly, so that's giving us the chance of rain. This may, some of this, actually this is the low we're talking about right here. This is that one we were just looking at. There's one up here, but this is the Gale 1009 millibar low right here, and this may move in and drop. This cold front may move down and deliver some rain. So that is the plan. We just don't know what's going to happen. The weather people don't even know what's going to happen. They have no real idea, because the weather people controlling the weather can change plans at any time with a few keyboard strokes. Okay, so here we have a low pressure on the surface analysis map right here, that the pressure analysis for the sea level right here. We have low. We've got high pressure right over Colorado. So we've got an area of low pressure all through this area. And we have the high out here. And we have a low that's trying to move in, but we have some isobars that are going to probably prevent most of this from diving down right here where we need it. So we'll have to just watch and see what they give us. But the 500 millibar map indicates some transmitter activity right here over California. We have the high that has been installed in place right here. This may move away. I doubt it will. It'll probably sit right here, and most of this will run right over the top of that ridge right there. And We may get a little bit of drizzle like we had here the other day, maybe a few 1/100ths of an inch. We had a point, I think 0.17 inches. Okay, now here's the 300 millibar map right here. We can see the squiggly lines once again over California, and that is typical when systems are approaching, weather systems. They are activating these transmitters to maintain dry conditions. Now, we may see some chemtrails in the skies tomorrow. It is possible. Here is the National Hurricane Center map. We can see a couple of disturbances, one here with a 10% chance hurricane formation. Over here we have one with 50% chance of hurricane formation. And if we take a look at the East Pacific map, we can see that we have this one here. This is a 10 or 20% chance right here, and then we have the one over here, which is 50% partially blocked, but it's right here. We see some blast pattern evidence right on this disturbance. We can see that right here in the water vapor map. Okay, and then there's something out over here. We have some thunderstorm activity right out over here, and we see some flow moving towards Baja, Mexico, and we also have some flow moving up towards Arizona and California. So I think tomorrow we are going to probably see, based on this right here, tomorrow we should wake up and unfortunately see probably a lot of aerosols in the skies of Southern California. So everyone out there who is watching this video, let's get some feedback and hear where you are, and if you see the chemtrails. I think they're probably spraying already up in Northern California, and certainly by tomorrow Arizona will be seeing some chemtrail activity because of what's happening here. We have some northbound movement. Okay, so that's basically the report. We will do another update tomorrow.